everybody, it's Paige Evans and I have a new process video to share with you today. This layout was made for the Pink Paislee blog and it's featuring a punched background. The entire background has been punched and I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. I'm using paper number 24 from my Truly Grateful collection, and I'm using this lacy scalloped border punch from EK Success, and I've trimmed off the barcode strip and punched along that edge, and I am going to repeat that across the entire pattern paper. And I actually punched 2 entire pages of these scalloped border strips. So yeah, once I finish punching along the edge, I use a paper trimmer and trim it right along that line where the next row of triangles starts, and I ended up with a whole bunch of scalloped border strips. And then I am using this pattern paper, also from Truly Grateful, with subtle cross stitches on the background. As my background, it's kind of light and bright and matches the colors of these scalloped border strips. And right now I am basically just placing the borders around the edges to see if I have enough, to see if I'll need more, and even to see if I like how this layout will look. I had a vision in my mind's eye, and I just wanted to make sure that it could come to fruition. And I think I liked the direction it was going, and so I decided to go with it. Instead of overlapping the edges though, I wanted to have them be trimmed down so that they weren't overlapping, and so I'm placing the scalloped punched border strips one at a time and trimming off any excess. I tried to keep full scallops, so I didn't trim any of the scallops in half, just right along the edges, and started going around and around, adhering these punched border strips, and I ended up using almost every single piece. You can see I've started a little discard pile on the right, but I did end up using almost all of those little pieces. And sometimes I would trim one of the borders in half to start mixing the colors so that the colors weren't overlapping all of the same. So basically creating a rainbow around the edges, meaning all of the oranges weren't touching, all of the pinks weren't touching. So by trimming the border strips in different places, the colors created an overall rainbow effect. And I've sped up the camera here, but really it didn't take all too long to do this technique. I want to say it probably took 10 minutes to punch all of the borders and then another 10-15 minutes to adhere everything down. So even though the background looks really intricate and detailed, it came together super quickly, and that's my kind of layout. I love when pages look like they're really complicated, but they actually aren't. It's just a lot of repetition, which is my jam. I love repeating a process over and over again to create a feature on a layout. So I'm almost finished here, and I ended up with 11 rows on the right side and 11 rows on the right side and 9 rows on the left side. So I moved one of the borders over to the left side to make an even 10 border strips around all of the edges to create this scalloped, ruffly frame background. And then I am bending up the scalloped borders, the punched borders, to create lots and lots of texture. And I often get asked if it gets smushed in my scrapbooks, and I mean, it kind of does, but it holds the dimension really well. Even after years and years of being put in a scrapbook, you can still see the dimension on my layouts from similar techniques of bending up scalloped edges and punched borders. So I'm pulling in journaling spots and die cuts from my Truly Grateful collection, trying to make the photo the focal point of this layout so your eye immediately gets drawn into the center, adding some epoxy stickers, some girl thickers, and layering up the journaling spots underneath. Added a yes wood veneer above the girl and a wood veneer heart. And then for journaling, I'm tucking in this laugh journaling spot under the right edge and writing a little bit of journaling to finish it up, and just kind of balancing it over on the left hand side with another journaling spot that I've cut in half. And then the final touch, we'll be adding 4 puffy stickers of things my daughter loves. She loves birds. So that is the finished layout. Came together super quickly. I hope you are inspired to create a punched scalloped border frame background for your next layout. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Have a wonderful day.